Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Let me tell you something. Today, we got a special guest, Mr. Brandon Westgate.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you so much for coming, dude. This is incredible, bro. Let me tell you something,
Thank you.
man. Yeah. How are you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's great. Yeah.
Where do you live right now? You on the East Coast?
Yeah, I live in Massachusetts.
Rogers' stomping grounds, huh?
Really?
Now, Raj, you didn't really know Brandon.
He was probably a fetus when I was leaving.
Okay. Do you know about the legend of Raj out there? Do people talk about Raj to this day, or has he kind of been forgotten out there?
I still think I'm forgotten.
Okay.
Possibly, yeah.
Right. What are you doing in town? You're in LA for a little New Balance thing?
Yeah, hanging out with the crew.
Okay.
Cold back east.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
It's not as cold as it usually is, like 45, 50.
It's not bad.
Pretty good.
For this time of year.
It's snowing over there right now or no?
Nah, we've gotten like little flurries, but yeah, I mean 45, 50.
Nice.
It's really nice.
That's still Gore-Tex jacket for me.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bubble goose.
Yeah. How is New Balance, bro? Let's just get right into this, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah. Been
What-
having a good time, good trips.
Yeah?
Got to make a shoe, hyped on it.
Your shoes looking good too.
The shoes look great. We'll
you.
talk about the shoes later, you
All right.
know. But New Balance is it's a great thing. I mean, you got Jamie Foy on the squad now.
Mm-hmm.
You got a whole bunch of dudes.
Yeah, big squad.
Big
dude.
squad.
Yeah.
Everybody's, super nice and gets along. So
Yeah.
it makes for good trips.
And the team manager's ripped too, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
Good guys.
Yeah.
That's an important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really does make the difference.
Yeah.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good time. I don't know about Chad Tipton. He's, I know he's whatever. I'm just kidding. He's sitting right over here.
Yeah.
So cool, man. Well, let's talk about Massachusetts.
All right.
Cape Cod, right? Is that where you're from?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah?
If anybody asks, that's what I say. But it's like right before the Cape. There's like a man-made canal, and I live like town or two before that, before the bridge.
Oh, okay. What's it called?
Carver.
Is that near Plymouth Rock?
Super close.
Is it real? Do you ever
Yeah.
take a trip down to Plymouth Rock? And
I mean, I've seen it. It's just a rock.
It's just it's like in a cage or something, right? Did
Yeah,
they
it's
like
like,
put a
I don't know, some type of like concrete structure. I don't even actually think it's the original rock. I think it's,
Someone just claimed it.
yeah, it's just a rock. I mean, it's not much to see.
It's fake.
But Plymouth is nice. It's like, they got all like, seafood on the water.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fake rock.
I mean, it's a real rock.
I know,
it's a rock.
Okay.
In a cage.
In a cage.
Yeah, in a cage. But
Rock in a
people,
cage.
I can't imagine people go there and
Tourist
take their
attraction.
photo
Yeah, I don't get it.
in this rock by this rock. Mm-hmm. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. How big is this rock? Is
Maybe the size of this table.
Oh,
It's not like, I mean, it's just like a boulder sitting down there. I don't know.
you know what? I can imagine why people do go there. I'm kind of interested. I would like to go there and see this rock.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'll send you a photo.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Next time you're down there.
Yes.
Probably just Google it.
That's probably a
That's
better
true.
idea. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So growing up in Carver.
I grew up in Wareham. Town. It's a town over.
Was a bike barn there?
But yeah, that was kind of, I think, a little bit before my time.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I've heard of that. Yeah, for sure.
What is that? Skate park?
It was this skate shop.
Oh, skate shop.
It was a really good shop.
Oh, okay. How did you get into skateboarding?
Pretty much just my neighbor. Yeah, there was like kid moved next door, and he just had a skateboard, and I just started using it, and then my birthday came up, asked for a skateboard. And
What did you get?
Tony Hawk.
You had a Tony Hawk board?
Yeah.
What, Birdhouse?
Yeah, it was like I tried to get like the skeleton one, but
Okay.
they didn't have that. I got it from like CCS because at the time
Oh.
I didn't really know of the shops or anything like
Sure.
that, so I had the like mail order catalog, and you could like pick it all out,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I did that.
What kind of trucks?
Destructo.
Destructo trucks?
Yeah.
Wheels?
Was just like the same as the graphic, the
Oh.
Tony Hawk.
Oh, Tony Hawk
Yeah,
was-
it was like,
okay.
just went with that.
How were you? Were there any skate parks, or were you just kind of going out in your driveway?
Yeah, I was just going in the driveway, and then my dad's like, got all stoked and like built some shit, and we kind of took over the driveway. So we had like 2 quarter pipes and like a fun box. And
Oh, seriously?
yeah, it started actually like a little mini ramp that was just like 4 feet wide, 4 feet high. And then, you know, he didn't get the like transition. It was more of like a bank, you know?
Okay.
And then that evolved into like the driveway
Yeah.
situation where we had like a fun box, and
Wow.
yeah, it was good. It was like still, you know, pretty rough to skate. It was like the dimensions, you know.
I mean,
he didn't
it's
know what he
a
was doing,
homemade
but-
thing, right?
Yeah,
Your dad
yeah.
built it, but were the neighborhood kids coming over too? And
Oh,
and-
yeah, for sure.
Oh, so you had the place to be.
Yeah,
Your house was like
I would session that driveway like every day.
every day.
And then also he got, or actually I got the plans for off of CCS. I think they were like the Bama Jera. Like you could get the template, so you could get the plans, and then it was like I ordered like a 6-foot quarter pipe template, so you could trace it out on the plywood and cut it out,
Okay.
and then you know like build it, and it
Yeah.
was 6 feet by 12 feet long. And
Oh,
then,
wow.
Like 30 something. Like we just took over the whole backyard.
Oh, the
Yeah.
back. Oh, so you moved it to the back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you had a backyard and a front yard. Your house was a skate park. I mean, more or less.
Yeah.
Right.
Kinda.
That's amazing. And how old were you at this point when you built the backyard ramp?
The backyard ramp, I was a little older. I was like, I was riding for Fibro, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
we were doing like, we do all these summer trips and stuff, and back then it was kind of like you'd stay at whoever's house you could, you know.
Sure.
So when we were in, I think we did a demo at Solstice, the New Bedford skate shop, and then everybody, we did it like every summer. They'd come and like stay at the house. So then, you know, 2 years into that, I think my dad like was like, "Ah, we should build a ramp," and then like everybody's skating the ramp and stuff.
It's rad that your dad was the one who was suggesting these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
he just
yeah,
liked
sure.
to like build stuff and
Yeah.
do all that, so he was hyped.
Did your dad ever try to get on the ramp and drop in? Or anything?
No,
Was he-
my neighbor did actually, and the first like little mini ramp that we had, he dropped in, totally ate shit, and put a hole in it immediately. So we had to like, it wasn't like all the way through, but then after skating it for like a month, it just like
yeah.
it went through.
How many layers do you have on it?
Only one.
That's why.
Yeah, and then the good mini ramp that we had where we traced out the template and stuff. East Coast, the winters are just
Yeah,
harsh, so
I was
it was
gonna
like
say.
we had to replace the top layer.
Okay.
And then we'd paint it, and then it just became like almost like every other year you'd have to replace
have
it.
to
It
redo
was
it,
a
yeah.
chore, you know.
Yeah, and it gets expensive too. You got to
Yeah.
keep doing using like masonite or skate light.
No, we just use birch because
Oh, really?
the masonite I think just swells up and stuff in the water and like the
Oh.
snow, and
Okay, well, birch is cheap. I think,
Birch ain't
right?
cheap.
It's not cheap.
No.
it was just smooth, and we got like a thin layer of it, and I don't know. That's what he decided to put down. I don't know
Okay.
why.
Oh,
But
wow.
Yeah.
Fibro was your first sponsor.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
There was a small shop called the Skate Shop, and they had like an indoor park, and then
Oh.
Fibro would come and do demos there. And
Okay.
Anthony Shetler like skated the park,
Yeah.
and he kind of like introduced me to Steve Rodriguez.
Will you go in and skate the demo with the guys, or were you?
No, they had a contest, so I'd like kind of skate the contest, and then Shetler was like, "Yo, check out this kid," you know. And I was skating with Shetler a lot, and
Okay. Oh, so no sponsor me video.
no, like he gave me a board. Steve Rodriguez gave me a board, and then I went to New York with Anthony, and then kind of was doing a couple demos with them, and then Steve was like, "Dude, you got to start filming," and I was like, "Oh, all right, yeah." Like, and then so I had my homie just like film me like skate these benches that we have, and
Okay.
that was I don't know. I talked to Steve like years later, and he was just like, "Yeah, it was like total garbage, but it like showed me that you had like some motivation."
Was it just like almost dad cam footage? or
Yeah,
were
it
you
was
guys
just
really?
like, I don't know. I was like, "Yo, just like record this shit." So I just sent him like, I was like, I don't know, like maybe this will work, you know?
I love that though, because some people really take the time and effort into making, sending footage.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
it's
were
kind of
you-
rad that you just.
Were you just skating skate parks back then, pretty much? Because like your backyard and then the skate park.
Yeah. that's
So
pretty
was
much-
skating street like a whole new thing for you at that point?
I mean, not really. We would like go downtown. There was like some benches, like really good recycled plastic benches and
Oh, okay.
stuff like that, and just like cruising around. There was like a loading dock in the back of Walmart that we'd skate.
Yeah.
So it was like a little bit of street, but it was like I didn't know. I was just like skating around, you know,
Yeah,
more or
yeah,
less.
yeah.
And then Steve kind of like, as I started to go to New York more, he was like kind of like the guy that was like guiding me, I guess, and
Okay.
kinda teaching me what to do. And
Sure.
and then Seamus Deegan was like the team manager. He kind of was also a filmer, so I would just link up
Okay.
with Shetler and him, and
Yeah.
just went from there.
How far is where you grew up to New York? Would you drive out there or?
I would take the bus.
the bus.
Yeah, like every weekend.
3.5 hours probably.
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
That's
It's a hefty bus
3
ride.
hours and 45 minutes. But it was also, I would take it out of Rhode Island. So
Okay.
that's like a good 40 minutes.
But wait a minute, is this like a Greyhound or is this?
Bonanza.
I don't know what
The Chinatown bus.
I didn't take that. I was out of Boston. It was
Yeah.
just like Bonanza bus. I don't know.
Bonanza bus.
Yeah.
Is that
like Peter Pan maybe?
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan Bonanza? I don't know.
I don't know what
a great name.
this is, but
They're all just bus companies.
We don't
Yeah.
use buses out here like at all. I mean,
I mean,
don't.
Greyhound is
Yeah.
the bus that everybody
Yeah,
knows.
it was more or
right?
less a Greyhound.
More or
It was
less.
same
okay.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. So you take the bus out to New York all the time, and then you stay out there for the weekend, and then come back.
Yeah, go to school.
okay.
I did that a lot.
Did you graduate high school?
I got my GD.
GED.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Take the test, pass.
What year? I mean, in high school, like 10th, 11th, 12th?
I made it to the beginning of 11th.
Okay.
I actually liked the high school I was going to. It was like a trade school.
Hmm.
So I was going for marine mechanics. So it was pretty much anything to do with boat work, like
Oh, dope.
fiberglass engine, small engines. It had a whole like huge welding, snap-on tools, like sponsored it. So we had all like access to tools and all these boats. And then we'd also get to go out on the boats and they would teach you how to like navigate through like
Okay.
all the
Like a sailing class almost, like a
we didn't have a sailboat. It was
Oh.
it was just like a
regular boat.
it was just a regular boat.
Can you weld?
Yeah, I can weld it.
Yeah?
I have a welder at home.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm always interested.
I got a
in
bunch
this
of I got a
welding.
bunch of tools.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm like
though.
super into that. Yeah, and carpentry. I got I got a lot of stuff.
What are you welding together?
Well, I have like the cranberry farm, so I made
that's right.
yeah, I have a bunch of like old rusted junk.
Oh.
These things called sanders that stuff just breaks. I made these around the cranberry bogs. There's like all these ditches, so
Okay.
you have to get over the ditch with like equipment or
Okay.
when I pick, I take this like golf cart over there. So I basically welded together these metal ramps that I can move. I have a tractor. I like move the ramps. and
Oh,
then-
really?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this cranberry. Let's talk about this. This is interesting, right? This is your dad had the cranberry farm before that or something?
No,
Was
he
this
just always worked for other companies.
Oh.
And then he actually worked right across the street from where I live now.
Mm-hmm.
And the house went up for sale with the cranberry bogs. There's 7.5 acres of cranberry bogs.
Oh wow.
it's a bush or is it a tree?
No, it's like a low running vine.
Okay,
So it's like a
low running-
grapevine. But it doesn't like grow up. You keep it like it's like pretty low to the ground.
Gotcha.
Is it like in water or something like that?
Yeah, you have to flood it, right? To pick them?
To pick them, yeah, and then also in the wintertime, you'll flood it up, and then you create like when it gets super cold, it gets into like the negatives and stuff like that. You'll
Create an ice skating rink.
more or less, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys skate all over that. But you do that to protect the vines from getting like wind damage and.
Oh, so you're actually like freezing them to preserve them.
Yeah, you flood it up, and it creates an ice layer, and then they call it flumes basically,
Okay.
and it holds the water. So it's like you put wooden planks into it. And you can hold the water, and then you pull the wooden planks and like let the water go, and it's all gravity. So it's like one, and then it's connected to the next piece and the next piece. So I have 3 pieces, and you can pump the water onto the top piece and flood it all the way down, and
Yeah.
then it creates the ice. And then you drop the water because they're not actually like aquatic plants, but you need the ice to kind of protect it. And then all the ditches collapse because they're below, and then that lets the air flow come through it.
So you fill it up, let the ice form, and then get rid of the water. So you
Yeah.
have an ice layer on the top, and then they're just chilling
Yeah.
under.
Yeah, and then every
Wow.
like 3 to 5 years, you go and drop like there's a couple different ways of like putting sand onto the bogs because the
Okay.
cranberry vines like the sand. It does like a bunch of things. It creates a compost layer, helps like pruning and covers insects. They figured out
they-
years ago that
they thrive off of
yeah,
it.
they like the sand
Okay.
every so often, and one way of doing it is getting the ice. You can drive like tractor trailer trucks out there. When it
Oh,
gets
seriously?
some years you don't get good ice. Depends on the weather. But you go out there with these buggies, and they're basically just drop sand, and then in the springtime you'll flood it up, and sand sifts into the vines, and just drop like half a inch to
Okay.
depends on like what you're trying to get out there, but half inch of sand all the way out there. And
What made you want to go buy this? Like what? Like
fuck, I don't know.
it sounds like a lot of work. Sounds like some dedication. You have
Yeah,
to really.
I just like to do
Did you
stuff,
Google
so-
everything? Like how do
No,
you
my
learn?
dad's
oh,
been
he's
doing
been
it.
doing it. For,
yeah,
okay,
he's all my life.
Okay.
So.
Right.
And then also that helped, he taught, he's teaching me always, and then helped like get equipment because I didn't have anything. I just bought the cranberry bog and then
Wow.
got like just old junk. I just buy junk and then fix it up. Because I don't have like a lot of acreage, so it's not like I need like all this like high-end equipment.
To me, 7 acres is a lot, though. Is that not like how many bought?
When I first moved in, I was like, damn, this place is huge, you
Yeah.
know? But after doing it, you know, you kind of get the hang of it.
Right.
And you're like, all right, yeah.
So what do? You go sell the cranberries to who are you selling them to? Like
It's like a
Sunkist?
small... yeah, like they have Ocean Spray.
Ocean Spray.
But I don't actually sell to Ocean Spray. I sell to like a smaller handler. I went in there and you sign a contract and I have like a 5-year contract.
And are you guaranteeing like so many pounds or bushels or I don't know what it is, but of cranberries each?
It's you
season?
can't really guarantee because you never know what you're gonna get. You know,
So you get paid off the weight, maybe.
Yeah. And there's like 2 different ways. There's like a dry harvest and then a wet harvest. Wet harvest is all for juice concentrate, and then the dry harvest is for like fresh fruit. So I do 7 acres of fresh fruit, just more labor intensive,
Yeah,
but you get paid more. I have like they're like almost like lawnmower type like rototillers, so they comb through the vine, and you're just like out there like self-propelled, and you're walking
And just pop them up.
go into a burlap bag, take the bag off, and then you walk the bag. I have a little golf cart with an old boat trailer that I kind of rigged up and drive it out there, put the bags on, and then I have a big flatbed truck that I go and get all the bins. They supply the bins and then put the berries in the bins and then bring it there. They weigh it, take it off, and then...
Are you doing this all by yourself?
No, I have the homies help. Picking time is like the only time really you need help. You can't unless you water pick. If you water pick, I have like a water pick half acre. It's just a different variety. So they don't accept that variety for dry fruit.
Gotcha.
Doesn't like.
So you're only flooding half an acre when you do this.
Yeah, I just chose it to do that way just because at the time I didn't have the equipment to water pick. You know, you need a bigger machine, more money, and then a pump, which I slowly got that. So now I can like water pick the whole place, but it's, I don't know. I have a contract to dry pick that so far. And
Gotcha.
yeah, eventually I'm going to water pick it. It's less like labor because it all floats.
Right.
You flood it up. You go out there with like the reel that I have, or the machine that I have is like 10 feet wide.
Okay.
Versus like 2 foot, and then carrying it all.
Yeah.
They have a little air pocket, so when you knock it off the vine, it floats, and then it's almost like those corrals that they like corral like oil.
Yeah,
like
little
those
float
booms.
things.
Yeah,
and
it floats around, so
yeah.
you just drag them all, and then there's a pump that pumps it up into a truck.
What do you do with all the water when you drain it? Like, does it go into like a river or?
Yeah, comes off a river. Have like a water hole in the back with a pump that basically I have these. They call them bubblers. I take the caps off, and then I put the planks in the flumes, and just flood it up with the pump in the back.
So crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So how many times a year are you harvesting?
Once.
Just once a year.
Yeah.
So you grow all year long, harvest, and then repeat.
Yep.
And you're skating during this whole time too?
Yeah, my dad just helps out when I'm gone.
Westgate cranberries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people around me, that's just like, they just go off of their last name. And
Sure.
I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Do you listen to the Cranberries? Do you like their music?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Zombie. It's a good one.
It is.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. So, so the cranberry, it's fascinating. I could sit here for an hour talking about cranberries.
Yeah,
I
me
could.
too.
Seriously, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
But
And there's a lot that goes, like other stuff between the like, welding, you learn a lot of stuff mechanic wise.
Yeah.
And, like you're always fixing something.
You got to be all in.
Yeah. The pump that like runs my whole irrigation's like 100 horse John Deere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big pump in the back.
I mean, I can imagine it could be fun and it's a lot of work, but also like relaxing kind of and rewarding, right?
Yeah.
You got this whole thing.
It's a different type of work. It's like skating,
Sure.
you're just slamming and beating the shit out of yourself,
Yeah.
where this is like, you're like carrying and hauling. And it's,
Right.
I honestly think it is like, because I don't like to just sit around. I have a problem with that. So,
Do you?
Yeah. There's always like something to do there.
Yeah.
And I have like, with those boxes and stuff, I kind of started that, and I got like a sawmill. So I can like put like a 16-foot tree on there and mill up like a 2-foot wide like thing. I built like all these like buildings to kind of store stuff, and then I have like a big garden built like shed for that. And
Jeez,
fenced
dude.
it all in and stuff.
Did you build your
Jesus.
house too?
Nah,
I know.
but I've been working on that too. But
Wow.
yeah,
I think
it's one thing. Like I always explain this shit to people, but then like once you like come to my house, it's like, oh yeah, like you can kind of like it's different to like explain it versus like seeing it.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. I bet Raj is just picturing just different.
No, I now understand why Element picked on the ride for him.
Yeah, sure. Right. I think Raj could use some help around here. You need some.
Been looking at the kitchen. And,
He needs a little
Needs an update.
home improvement.
Needs
You
an
could make us a new
Sure.
table or something like that.
Yeah, Westgate cranberry table.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you eat a lot of the food that you're, or all the fruits that you
Oh
make?
yeah, are you a big cranberry guy?
Yeah, I love it. Eat it all day.
Yeah?
Out there, yeah.
What do you make
I
out of? Just
love,
cranberries, or do you do like?
We do sauce for like Thanksgiving,
I
and
love
then my wife
cranberry
makes
sauce.
like
Do the jelly?
breads and stuff. Yeah, little jellies.
I even like the cranberries that slides out of the can. It's like it's so good.
The jelly,
That's
yeah.
what
The
most
jelly,
people,
yeah.
prefer. Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
but then it's also the homemade cranberry
Yeah.
shit. Of
Honestly,
course.
just end up eating a lot of it just raw. I just like the tartness, and once you're out there all day, it's like you're just pick it up, eat
Yeah,
it. It's just like
you're getting your
you know,
lunch.
Like, yeah, if you're picking blueberries, you're gonna eat the blueberries. You know. So.
What's the benefits of cranberries? Are they antioxidants?
yeah, that's
If
like
you got
a
a
big
UTI,
one.
you're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, urinary tract
That's what
infection.
I don't know. I never had one, so
Yeah,
Don't get one.
yeah.
is that what you do? You eat the cranberries if you?
You drink the
cranberries, yeah.
juice.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love it, man. I always want to do something like that, but then
A lot of
I
people
really
say
think
that,
about
yeah.
it, and I'm like,
I've
no,
never seen you do any sort of manual labor.
Raj.
Everything you do is on like a keyboard.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, we don't hang out that much, Raj. You don't see what I do at home.
We don't want to see
Nothing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but let's get back to the Seamus got you on Five Borough.
No,
by-
Shetler did.
Shetler did.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Shetler did, and then Seamus was the team manager.
Yeah, / filmer.
Because Seamus has gotten you on. Like he went to Zoo York then, right?
Went to
And then
Birdhouse.
Birdhouse, yep.
Oh, Birdhouse.
And then to
Right.
Zoo, yeah.
Jeez.
Okay.
It was like Shetler went to Birdhouse, got Seamus in there,
Yeah.
Susky, and then I came, and then we all just like went to Zoo.
How long did you ride for Five Borough before?
I don't really know. Years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a hard move to go to Birdhouse?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I love Steve R, and he kind of like really looked after me, so
Yeah.
I was kind of like, fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But the
this works out.
opportunity though, Birdhouse.
It's probably sucked for
Yeah,
you.
and I was like getting shit like from my dad. He's like, "What the fuck? You gonna do this? Like, they're not even paying you. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, like you gonna get a job or what? You know,
Like,
like
I'm
I
gonna
was
open
like,
a cranberry.
I was like
What am I
getting
gonna do?
Yeah, I was like getting a little shit from him, and then I
Right.
was just like, all right, yeah, like I got the opportunity from Birdhouse. I was like, maybe they'll like pay me
Yeah.
something. I don't have to listen to him.
Who was on the team? Who was on the team at the Shetler?
Vinny Vegas.
Matt Ball,
Oh yeah, that
Vegas.
era.
John Goman,
Okay.
Sick.
Goldman was sick.
yeah,
Sean Eaton.
Oh,
Sean Eaton,
Yeah.
Dean? Okay. And then how long were you on Birdhouse for?
maybe like 8 months actually.
That's it.
I like kind of dropped out, which my mom like kind of allowed that. She signed me out. And,
Okay.
I was supposed to get homeschooled out there. That was like Seamus kind of like being like, oh yeah, we'll like take care of him. But
Gotcha.
I never ended up doing that, and moved out to Long Beach, stayed with them for that 8 or 9 months, and then that zoo opportunity came back, and I was like, I was over it out here. Just I was like young, didn't have my license, and kind of had to rely on him like
Sure.
bringing me around. So
Yeah.
I was like stoked to go back east.
Okay.
It was like, you know, I'm just like, I just prefer to be back east. I like
Right.
it. I like it out there better.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
Seasons, all that.
Right. So then Zoo York comes into play. You turned pro for Zoo York.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long were you on Zoo York before you turned pro?
Maybe like a couple years.
Couple years?
Yeah.
Okay. That's yeah.
How did that transition go from Birdhouse to New York though?
So,
Did Seamus get a job there?
yeah, Mark Nardelli, he actually worked for Fibro. He was like doing all the stuff with them, and then he got a job at Zoo, and you know, obviously knew of all of us, and he was like, yeah, trying to make a video, like, and kind of proposed it to all of us, and I was like, yeah, I'm for sure going, and we all just went.
Damn,
Oh.
that's crazy. So you guys, but that was Shetler as well too, right?
Yep, Shetler, Susky, me, and Seamus, and
you
then
guys rolled from company to company.
yeah, Fibro to
Yeah.
Birdhouse to Zoo, and then also with Susky, I was like on Volcom and Emerica. I was like traveling with him like a lot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Susky,
I know.
dude,
Yeah, love that guy.
dude. I never met him, but he definitely coined that trick. That's for sure.
Scott Johnson.
Scott Johnson.
Also, I've heard Kevin Taylor. So it was like on Zoo,
KT.
there was like kind of like,
Oh, really?
A little Susky Kevin Taylor.
Shanny Jingwanian would call it the Shanny grind.
Of course he would.
Yeah.
So Susky and Kevin Taylor, there was a little battle between.
I mean, I don't know if it was a battle, but it was always just like, oh, like Susky grind or like.
it could have been called the KT grind.
Yeah, I'm sure people have called it that. I don't know.
Was Susky going around saying, "No, this is the Susky grind"? Is this what?
I think Scott Johnson was the first to do it.
Oh,
It was like in a fall one or something like that.
Yeah, but some people just take it and run with it, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I do remember Kevin Taylor doing it a lot.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. But Susky had like the gnarliest ones, I want to say.
Yeah.
He was just really steezy too.
Yeah,
That's true.
definitely.
That's true.
There was that one he did off in Australia. It was like that double set ledge. It was like a manual pad. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know
gnarly.
that one, yeah.
It's
Well, because I
gnarly.
was the first one to do the barley grind, but then Barley just took it and ran with it. It's just one of those. I gave it to him. I'm like, you know what, Barley?
He's not gonna let that go.
He's not gonna. Hey, I would ride that out, baby.
Yeah.
So Zoo York, you turned pro. Well, how old were you when you turned pro for Zoo?
I was like 19, 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did they turn you pro? Did they just give you a board, or did they surprise you?
Yeah, they surprised me.
What did they do?
There was like an ad. I want to say Thrasher, and then we did like the State of Mind video, and I can't remember if it was like at the premiere. It wasn't like a huge like planned out surprise, but they
Okay.
just like showed me a board, and I was like, oh shit, yeah,
Really?
sick, yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah.
I was super hyped.
Did you guys film? What did you say? It's New York State of Mind.
Yeah, I think it was just State of Mind.
Just State of Mind.
State of Mind.
Right.
Wasn't that the one that Eli skated to like taking care of business?
I think so, yeah.
That was an early
So was RB filming at that point
Yeah,
too?
yeah, he did the whole video.
He's a great dude.
Legend.
Legend.
Wait, were you going on those trips they were doing on like Fuel TV or whatever it was too? They had like,
No, I
before
wasn't
that.
there. Yeah.
what was that?
Skate Maps?
Skate Maps, that's
Something
right.
that.
Oh, that's right.
That was like
That's
this,
right.
that was a team before you, I think, on Zoo York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was like a little beef because it was like maybe the aesthetics dudes like Rob Welsh and like
Yeah.
I don't really know what happened with all that, but that dude Nardelia, I think like kind of like pushed them out and like kind of brought us in there.
Okay.
So there was like a little bit of like tension I think when we first
Yeah.
got on there, but I kind of just like I was like I don't know what's up with this.
Zoo went through a lot of changes.
They did.
Yeah, that
They
was like
did.
they were known for that.
Yeah.
Right. So you got on right after the aesthetics guys left, pretty much.
Yeah, and I don't know if they left like willingly. You know,
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
I never really like
Yeah.
got into it because I was like, oh, this is like. I know like Zared was like a little bummed just because like those were his dudes.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
yeah.
Joey Pepper, all those.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all rippers. Like
Totally.
love those guys. But
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with it, and I didn't know the situation. I was just like asked to come there, so I was
Yeah.
I was just stoked to move back east.
Oh, how long did you live out here? You said like 6 months. Or
No,
something?
it was like 8 or 9 months.
8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love the East Coast, man. You just came out with the part all
Yep.
East Coast, all
Yeah,
Boston.
Boston.
Yeah.
A couple tricks in New Hampshire. Went to Vermont. Cookie.
Yep.
Went to his hometown.
Okay. How was that?
It's good.
Cookie's
Vermont's like-
amazing.
yeah, he kills it.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And good vibes up there. It's
Yeah.
like kind of like hippie vibes and
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it was really
Super
cool.
Yeah. You don't really think about like taking a trip to Vermont to skate.
Go to New
No,
You
Hampshire.
know?
they actually have a really good park
Oh, do
now
they?
down on they have like a big lake down there and it's like right on the water and
Sick.
it was built very well. It's
God,
good.
what Cookie, Jordan Maxham, I think came from there. A
Yep.
couple other dudes, right?
The Razos.
Razos, yeah.
Razos.
Yeah.
Damn.
How do you find these spots that you're skating, dude?
All those spots are the homie Tim Savage that I filmed with. He's like, that's his shit, is just finding stuff.
Dude.
He loves it. He's got it all like mapped out and
He did that 23 video recently?
yeah. He nails it. He's down like super motivated. He's got like a night job. So he'll like work from like 11 to like 2. And I'll meet up with him like 10, 11 and go all day.
Really?
He's down every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then what happened with Zoo? Did you left Zoo to go to Element?
Yeah. I mean, it was a mess by then. Like
Yeah, it
everyone was
was.
falling apart. Like
Right.
I think they had sold it and were just, whoever they sold it to was just like, what is this skate team? Why do we need this guy? They
Yeah.
started like kicking off Zared, Eli, and it really just like fell
It's
apart from there.
insane.
I was just like, fuck, this sucks.
It's just a
Yeah.
mess now.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's like a skateboard company anymore. But
Oh,
Dude.
they maybe just strictly clothing or something.
Their
Probably, yeah.
Instagram, have you guys seen that?
It's terrible.
It's insane.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's just like
posting random crap.
It looks like some person that has no idea about like skateboarding is like posting something.
Yeah, they don't know the history of the brand.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. Because Zoo York used to be so. I mean, it was the
it went
East
through,
Coast
went
company.
through its periods and
Yeah.
had like a lot of good dudes.
And it just sucks when companies sell. You know, same thing would happen to audio. You know, just sell and then this and then they sold again and then
A lot of companies, man. Alien.
yeah,
At least Alien's kind of back on track.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That control room stuff is pretty rad.
So how did the Element thing come into play?
Donnie Barley works for him, so
Yeah.
he lives like an hour from me. And then also the old team manager, Cole Matthews. I knew him.
Cole. Yeah.
Yeah, when I actually stayed out here, before like Seamus and Shetler kind of like got their place, we were staying with DeVille.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's from New Jersey. We went on trips with him back 5 row days and stuff, and then he moved out and he lived with Cole, and those guys were staying with him, and I just came out here. I was still riding for 5 but it was like wintertime or something, so they were like, "Yeah, come on out, like come skate with us," and stayed at Cole's, met Cole. So I knew him back then, and then I don't know, Cole just hit me up.
Just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Well, he knew Zoo York was probably.
Yeah, I think they were trying to start to work on the Peace video like
Yeah.
a while ago. And they were just like, I think they just kind of was talking like, yeah, we want someone else. And I guess my name came up and Donnie knew me. So I kind of like,
Oh.
it just like worked out.
How'd you meet Donnie Barley? Same
shit.
zone or
Yeah, they used to have
He was on
Skaters
Zoo
Island.
too as well.
he was on Zoo? Yeah.
yep. But there was this park in Rhode Island, Skaters Island. It's in that Tony Hawk game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would skate there. I think I met him there. It wasn't really like I don't really exactly have like a cool story about like meeting him. I think I've just like
Right,
seen him
right.
around, and then he kind of was just always on the East
He's
Coast.
the best
and-
dude.
Yeah, best
so
dude.
rad.
Hell yeah.
I mean, when he moved out here, it was like, whoa, what Donnie Barley is living
Yeah.
in Santa Monica. This is insane.
Yeah.
But your skating is very similar
Yeah.
to Donnie Barley. Was he a big influence on you, or were you just kind of going with what you do and it just
I
kind of
was
matched?
I think mainly like the way I like went about skating was really off of like Steve Rodriguez. Like when I was real small, I would go out to New York and we'd just like push around the city, and I was like, I'm like a little kid, and he's like full grown dude just like mashing. I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta keep up with this guy.
with him, man.
Yeah,
true.
and it was
Yeah.
terrifying back then. I don't even think I had a cell phone. I didn't have fucking maps, so I was like, can't lose this guy, and he's like
Right.
hauling through like cars and stuff. So I really had to like keep up, and then he would take me to spots and be like, he kind of like really would like almost like diagnose my skating and be like, I think you can ollie this. I'm like, all right, yeah, like I'll just try. And he would
Yeah.
do that a lot, and then that kind of like I really would listen to him and looked up to him, and so I think that kind of like he always told me too, like you don't have to like necessarily like kill yourself down a gap. He like opened my eyes to like a different way of skating, I think.
What do you mean not kill yourself down a gap?
Yeah,
Like what was his...
he would say like he kind of like was the one that kind of like brought it to my attention that like I could possibly like ollie certain things.
Sure,
So he was like, you could use that. You should use that. You don't have
Yeah.
to like go, because I was just a little kid like skating the rail and like
Sure.
jumping downstairs and stuff. And he's just like like you can skate this other way as well, and like
Yeah.
maybe last longer or something. I was this kid who didn't really think of it, but then like
Just be
as time went
well-rounded.
on,
Yeah.
it, like
It sinks
I'm
in.
like, oh yeah, like I really don't want to jump down these fucking stairs right now. Like
Sure.
I'm gonna go like try to like
jump up them.
yeah, something, something like
Right,
that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go down. But did you skate with Donnie Barley a lot, or
Not really back then. When I
No?
got on Zoo, I was skating.
You were skating with
him a lot.
Okay,
But
yeah.
yeah, I would see Donnie around, and he kind of like always looked out for me. I think like with the Volcom guys, he like put a good word in there, and then, but that was also Steve too. Steve had like a lot of ties. Like he hooked me up with like had Etney's Flow.
Oh yeah.
This dude Craig Metzger out there. He hooked it up, and then got me Flow for Volcom. And I just started like going on trips with.
And what point in time did you get on Emerica?
I don't remember exactly the year, but like when I quit, I had rode for them for like around 12 years.
Wow.
12 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
So
right?
was this Zoo York days? Was this five bro? When did you
Birdhouse.
Birdhouse?
Yeah, because had came out here, and I went on, I think, like a few trips with the Emerica guys, like Tampa trips.
Okay.
And then Jeff Henderson was the team manager for Emerica, and he was like, yeah, if you get a photo, like, we'll give you an ad. So I had like a kickflip wall ride in San Diego.
Okay.
Kickflip frontside wall ride. I think Corey Duffel skated the rail up top. Like somebody like flew up and like went under the bridge. I don't know what the spot was
the
called.
Danny Gonzalez spot.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like my first ad. I think that was like when I was actually, I guess, on.
You got on.
Back then, I think it was just like if you get an ad, you're like kind of on the team or something.
And you said 12 years?
Yeah, it was about 12 years because I just go off of like, that's what like Minor was like, dude, I've known you for like 12 years, and that's what I go off.
Yeah. It must be rad though. You were working with Minor on that Emerica's, and then going over to Element, working with Minor on the piece.
Yeah,
video.
definitely.
It's really sick.
Yeah, I love Minor.
It's a great dude.
Love
I don't
working
really.
with him.
The only time first time I met Minor was at the piece premiere.
Oh yeah,
Can you believe that?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Minor kind of he kind of like
He's in the shadows.
He's in the
Yeah.
chat, right? Seems like a great guy, though.
Yeah.
Everybody has nothing but great things to say about that guy. Never heard one
oh yeah,
bad thing.
best at what he does.
Yeah.
I don't understand how he films you in San Francisco, dude. Like,
Yeah,
you guys
that was
charge-
all like his.
Minor's a
his
professional
call.
as well.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was pro.
Yeah.
Adrenaline, yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
Who was he
yeah.
pro for?
Yeah,
Adrenaline, right?
Yeah.
He was on adrenaline, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so he
that.
rips, dude. He's a good skater.
Right. What the hell happened with Etnies? I mean, I'm sorry. What the hell happened with Emerica?
I think they're just like going through changes. Jeff Henderson quit, and then it's.
I mean,
it's,
12 years.
Yeah,
It's a
and
long
then
time.
also like Minor was quitting too, and I was
Okay.
just like, oh man, it's like there's a lot of change going on. I've been with him for so long.
And you've had shoes with them, right?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
How many
it's good.
shoes?
3.
They'll buy you a cranberry farm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Down payment on
on the East
seven
Coast, you can
acres.
buy a lot
Yeah,
compared to
that's
here.
true.
Yeah.
Like out here,
You ain't getting that.
yeah,
No cranberry farms out
everything's
here.
more expensive out here. Gas, food.
You ain't even getting a garden for that much.
Yeah.
You know?
You're
Set
getting a
up-
craftsman in Long Beach.
So things just weren't going the way that you kind of felt over there, and you just wanted to change the scenery.
Yeah,
Yeah?
kind of. Yep. And then I like knew Levi, and
So the New Balance came into play.
Yeah.
Did you go straight from Emerica to New Balance, or did you just kind of take a little bit of time off? Or
I
was
just
it
went. I went straight over there.
straight over there?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'd talked to them. Went to skate camp, hung out with them. and
Okay.
I just liked what they were doing, and
Yeah.
was ready for a change.
Damn.
Are you the first dude to have a pro model on New Balance?
Arto and PJ.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right.
Third guy?
I know.
Look at that.
Blessed.
Look at
I was
that.
so stoked. Yeah.
And we got to shoot right by. Pull one of those down, Raj. Will you, real quick?
That white one is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That
I'm,
great
I'm
colorway.
really hyped on that colorway. I started. They had another shoe, the 288, that was that colorway, and I started skating it, and never really skated like that cream color before, and I like the way it looked like when you look down and in the footage.
I mean, it looks like a great. Let me see that.
Yeah,
That looks
and then
like a
I
great
always
little
like
shoe, man. Look
I
at
like that
this.
style of shoe as well, just like a little bit more like tech and
Yeah, you always had cup sole shoes, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
913. Is that any significance?
it's my wife's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they asked me to pick a number in the 900s, and I was like,
Perfect.
I'm gonna go with my wife's birthday because
What number would I pick? I would probably pick. Why the 900s though? Why?
I don't know why they asked me that. They just was like, yeah, trying to get a number in the 900s, and I was like,
Huh. What's the area code out there in your town?
508.
Did you try pitching that to them?
No,
No.
They told me
Okay.
900, so
I know,
but
but
I was like already.
sometimes you got to negotiate.
Yeah, I
You
just
know?
didn't feel like that was like I need to negotiate.
Okay. Okay. 913. So you're married?
Yep,
Oh, how long?
4 years. Yeah, we've been together like 10.
10 years?
Yeah,
Wow.
just
Some high
went to
school sweetheart
Yeah, I
shit?
went to high school with her.
Nice.
Started dating like after high school.
Okay.
Yeah, got a kid, 2-year-old, 2.5.
Oh, nice.
2.5-year-old?
Yeah.
Boy or girl?
Girl, and then I have another one on the way.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow. How many months along are we?
I go on like how many months we have left.
Okay.
Yeah, we have like 11 weeks left.
11
March
weeks.
Coming up soon.
March 26th is the due date. Yeah.
Whoa. Congratulations.
Thank
bro.
you. Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely experience, life
Dude.
changing. Yeah, I love it. You know.
I mean, plus you got a legacy now, man. They could take over the cranberry
Yeah.
farm.
Yeah.
They could expand. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. 913.
What about
Still trying to think.
999? 9 Club collab, dude.
What about just 9? I don't know.
I don't think
I
they
would
have
have to
like
think
any
about it.
single digits. Yeah,
I know.
It's like
It's kind of New Balance's thing.
Did you design?
put
So you
some thought
designed the whole sole to it as well, like everything. Like
yeah.
it's a whole-
So I worked on like they have a a really good shoe designer. He skates. He knows
Jeff
Jeff
Mikett.
Mikett.
Yep. Yeah.
great
He knows
dude.
what's up.
Great
and
dude.
he just asked me a bunch of questions. So I kind of told him like, this is what I like about a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Came up with like 2 different drawings, and then there was like one of like more of a like old school look, and then more of this look where it was like a little bit more tech and
Mhm. I like it.
Yep. And then he wanted to experiment. He was like, yeah, I think we should just like try out some stuff. So this is like it's called like TPU. It's,
TPU, yep.
Yeah. It's
It's a type of plastic.
It's rubber.
Oh, it's rubber. Okay.
yeah. So he's like, I'm not sure how this is gonna work out. So we had a lot of time. We had I think like maybe a year and a half
year
or
and a
so.
half.
The protective
Gotcha.
laces right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's good.
recessed
It
down.
keeps it doesn't stretch out. So that was like always a problem I had. I felt like suede would blow out. So I
does,
try to
right.
keep it really tight, and it's really tight on the foot. And then like as you skate it loosens to a point where it's like perfect. At first it's some people are like, it's pretty tight, but like as shoes
It loosens
stretch
up a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it stretches out. But are you giving, when you're designing a shoe, are you giving them like photos of stuff you like? Like, hey, I like this about this shoe or this shoe. Like,
I'm more just
how are you
told them
telling
like this is like I'm like a little bit picky about like the toe, so I don't like when you have like too much toe and the laces are up high, like,
Yeah,
and
gotcha.
a little narrow for like
Yeah.
kickflips.
little pointy toe, maybe
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
So I kind of like went that route where I was just like describing stuff, and then
But then he sends you a photo, like a drawing of that?
He drew
like,
like
how does it?
2 different drawings,
Okay.
and then that was like pretty close to kind of like, and I was like, dude, this is sick. I like this. This is what I like.
Wow.
And
Almost first try, second,
kind of
2 tries maybe.
And then like I had like
good.
a year to kind of sample it, so it was like we made changes with like more like the TPU was like a little too hard, so we softened that a little
Sure,
bit, and then
sure.
I had to change like this. I'm not exactly sure like what this is called, but it's like emboss or
It's like an
imprint or
Yeah, to give some sort of abrasion.
so kind of like brought it up a little higher because it was like rubbing on my toe a little bit, and the sole is actually my favorite part because it's got this N2. It's like just like a foam cushion, so it's good for your
Okay.
heel. And then I like when you're pushing, I like to have the like splits in there. And
Sure.
yeah, the sole is like by far like the best sole I think I've ever skated.
Hey, let me.
Wow,
It's hard to
That's
nail a
cool.
good cup sole.
Yeah,
This is a great looking shoe. It's a great looking shoe.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so how quickly from a drawing or a change in something do you get a sample back?
I don't know, maybe like 4 months. Like
4 months, okay.
I'm not exactly sure how long
Yeah.
it was, but got a couple samples. They were like a little too big, and then there was also like a lot more like material up here, so he brought the material down because I'm like just really picky with like how it starts bending funny
Sure.
and like
Yeah.
bagging up, so we brought that down like real tight. And
Are you looking at like other New Balance shoes to like for inspiration, like old like some what are they 574s or?
I went off like they have the 288 and I was skating that, so that's like what this was like built off of, like the same like
Same
shape
last.
and
The last, yeah. Do you ever get to go to like the headquarters and like go to like a flagship store and just kind of rate it?
Yeah, the headquarters is like in Boston.
in
area.
Boston.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah it's massive. It's
Do you get to go get some free shit there?
yeah
Yeah.
for sure.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and actually, it was great when I started riding for New Balance. I got to have the opportunity of like getting whatever shoe, like runners and stuff, and I had never worn any other shoes other than skate shoes. And I was like, damn, this is like, I wish I had.
You never wore chillers.
Nah,
No.
no. I'm not really someone that like
They make really
buys
good, comfortable.
shoes, or like I'm not gonna
No,
like buy
but
clothes or any of that
It's
shit.
so
I'm just
bad
like
for your feet, though.
Yeah, I know that
you gotta
now.
think growing up skating, like you're just walking on cardboard.
never really
Not
thought of
in
it.
these.
Well, I said growing up.
Yeah.
All the old shoes, just the cardboard.
Yeah.
Cardboard and rubber.
Yeah, I mean at home I wear boots. It's like I
Oh,
live
yeah?
in like a sandbox more or less.
Are you
so-
driving to the store in boots, or are you just on the farm?
and whatever.
Yeah,
Those
okay.
muck boots, because
Yeah.
it's wet out there a lot, and it's
yeah,
like
snow and the
yeah, you need some warm shoes. Like
right.
When you're delivering cranberries, do the people like know that you're like a skateboarder, like a pro skateboarder?
yeah, it's a small town, so like a lot of them know now. Like the handlers that I like sell to, I've went in and like talked to them and.
Like, oh, sick video part, dude. Thanks for the cranberries.
Nah, they don't do that, but they're always like wondering what exactly that is, but they know like, Yeah, I'm a skateboarder.
Pro
but they're
model
just
shoe
like,
on New Balance. Like they're like, who is this dude?
Yeah. What's an average pull of cranberry? Like, what's an average weight you go there with?
So like when you dry pick, you don't necessarily get all the berries just
Oh.
because they can fall down and
Sure.
you don't end up getting them all, but anywhere between 65,000 and this year I had like around
Pounds?
yeah, this year, and that's like the dry pick, and that's all just like carried.
You're carrying 65,000 pounds.
They're like 20, 25 pound bags.
How's your
and they
back?
add up. You
Bro.
lift your legs.
I
You learn real
but
quick how
still.
to carry, like how to do that stuff.
65,000.
Yeah, that's
What's
like
a ton?
That's like a ton.
He's gonna
2,000
help.
pounds.
2,000
Turn
pounds.
picking.
Yeah,
A ton is 2,000 pounds.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
This is too much math. for me. I can't. I don't know
But
how many
this
tons
this
you're
year was
moving.
like my best year. I had like 80,000 pounds.
80,000 pounds.
Yeah.
How many tons is that?
40,000.
40,000 tons?
Isn't that right? No.
I don't know.
I don't know
I just
either.
go off of the pound.
Really?
They go off of a barrel, and a barrel is 100 pounds. So
Okay.
but you get all weighed out, so it's like I got the average weight, and then they also sort through it, and you get paid on like what they use. So it's like raw and all that gets sorted out. So you're not like
You may have premature cranberry or just underdeveloped
yellow,
or
not ripe.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
pop all those out. They have like color sorting machine, and then
you got to trust them.
yeah.
It's 40. I'm sorry, 40 tons. Sorry.
40 tons.
Yeah, I was way
40
off.
40,000 tons.
That's a lot
I
of
divided it by
cranberries.
2, but I didn't forget about the
It's a
other
lot
3
of
zeros.
cran-
And my picking machines are just old and they suck. I actually helped the company that my dad works for, and
Mm-hmm.
they do it. They're bigger. They try to dry pick like 100 acres this year.
Oh,
It was
wow.
like really shitty with the weather. It's got to be completely dry, and it rained a lot. And they have like a buggy that drops all these bins out there, and then a helicopter flies it off. So they're not really carrying.
Hey, one day you'll get there, bro.
Did you build a helicopter?
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Helicopter flying with
Yeah,
40, 40
it's crazy.
tons of
Like out there,
cranberries?
well, it goes. So there's like each bin is roughly 300 pounds, and they carry 3 bins. So it's
Okay.
But it's crazy out there. Like you're picking, and there's a helicopter over there, like blowing all your bags off, and
No way.
like when I picked my own cranberries, and then like went and like helped them out. It's like they got
It's night
they got
and
a
day.
lot of people
Sure.
out there. Yeah, we carry a lot, and we. I
There's
put
so
it on the
much
trailer, take it off, and then I carry it up, put it in we do a lot of carrying.
Heavy
at-
lifting.
At my house, yeah. There's a lot of carrying.
I mean, how many trips back and forth are you moving 40 tons of cranberries? You must be driving back and forth.
yeah, I haul it all. I try to haul it, so I'll like pick as much as I can during the day, and I'll like throw tarps over it for the night, and then like I'll
dry.
load a truck up,
Okay.
tarp it, keep it dry,
Right.
and then in the morning, you have to wait for the morning dew to dry up. So it's usually you can't even start till like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh.
So wake up at 7, drive in as much as I can, and then when I have when I have people, this year I had the most help that I have, and it's 7 people
Wow.
total.
Wow.
So it worked out good when I had 7 people because I have 5 machines. So 5 machines would run, 2 people could carry, and then
Okay.
we really like cleared like a lot of land that way.
Damn.
But
Damn.
a couple years ago, I had like a lot of times it was like me and one other guy.
Just one did. Oh my God.
So 2 guys, 3 guys. Some days you get it because it's a lot. Everyone out there works.
Sure.
So it's like
Sure.
I don't know. It's hard to find like consistent help.
Yeah.
And it's seasonal, so it's I can't like I'm not employing anybody. So I don't really. It's just kind of like, hey, are you free today? And I pay a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to. The first like 2 years, I kind of like had homies help, and I was like, damn, this is
is
a
brutal.
lot to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was like getting started, and it took a lot to kind of.
And what are homies there for?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. And they all were like, "Oh, this is cool experience," for like
Never doing it
half,
again, though.
half the day. yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Raj, if I had a cranberry farm, would you help me for free?
I'd help you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, bro.
We should go help him out sometime, dude.
You guys are more than welcome. I'll pay you.
Would you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like hard work. It's the carrying the bags is what sucks, but like running the machines and stuff, pretty
Sure.
self-explanatory.
I could run the machine. Well, I'm not.
Yeah. My wife helped out like the first 2 years. She was like the best help that I had.
She was getting. Yeah.
Yeah, she was crushing it.
Wow. I mean, I'm stronger than I look. So
You've
Yeah.
been doing those
I can
pull-ups,
carry a
Chris?
couple. I can carry a couple bags.
Yeah. I had Gaberman.
He came and helped?
Yeah, and Russell New Balance did colorway, cranberry colorway, and they made a little video. And those guys flew in red eye, got to my house around like 8. And this year I was struggling just because of the weather. It was a total nightmare dealing with it. It was the worst weather that I've had. This was my 5th year. It was the worst weather.
Wow.
And not a lot of people got their dry harvest in because of the weather. So I was just like really in like trying to like film this little thing, but not get jammed up because I had
You had a lot of work to do.
I had a lot of work, and those guys, like Gaberman came and helped when Element came. So he had already known and filmed a couple things, and I just put him on the machines.
You put him to work?
Yeah, I carried all the bags. I wasn't going to make him carry the bags. That day I had like 2 other guys there, so it was 4 machines, and I just carried bags all day.
Just back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, I got that little golf cart with a trailer, so I'll go, put it on the trailer, and then drive the trailer to the side, and then I have all these wooden planks that I milled up, and I walk over the ditch and put them in the bag, and then I have a tractor, forks.
Wow. I love the cranberry talk, man.
Yeah, no, I can keep on going.
I know.
Yeah.
I love it though, because it's interesting. You never really hear about.
There's
people.
like a lot of stuff that like if my dad wasn't doing it and I just decided to get into this, it would be like a total like you need to know. You need to know stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Has anything like really horrible happened to like your like any cranberries? Like you lost a bunch for some reason?
No, I've been pretty good.
Good?
Yeah, my dad's like got it down. He's been doing it forever.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
he used to work across the street, and it was he worked on 200 acres. I have 7.5, so it was like
Piece of cake.
walk in the park.
Walk in the park.
The company that he worked for is the largest cranberry growers in the world. They had 2,000 acres. So
Seriously?
yeah. When he would picking time though, like when he's picking, like I don't see him.
He's
He's
going
out there.
for-
And then you get into it's crazy. Like I don't know. It was cool to kind of like get into that, to kind of see like what he's been doing for all these years.
Sure.
And like you gain a lot of respect because he's like
There you go.
picking time. He's picking all day, and then you get into fall frost, so like it'll get cold, and you run the irrigation to prevent the berries from getting frosted and turn to mush. So it's like he could be picking all day, come home for like 2 hours, and then get called out at like 7 to frost all night long, and then pick again. Like when it's picking time, you're just like it's crazy. Like I was thinking about it, and I'm just like, damn, it's like being on a trip, like
Yeah.
you're just like out there, and you don't really have any life, but it's 2.5 months or something.
Yeah.
So. And then it gets into winter time, and it's like real dead unless you're like sanding.
Dude, who would have thought cranberries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
man.
the cool thing about cranberries too, it's not like a big enough crop to really have like corn and shit. They have like you can go to John Deere and buy like this shit. All of the cranberry stuff is like fabricated from the growers. So they
seriously?
they come up with it, or they go to like a fabricator to get all their equipment made, and it's all like homemade shit.
Is it cranberries only grown on the East Coast?
Wisconsin, actually, I think they grow more. They have less, but they have like newer vines, so it's like hybrid vines, so they can produce more off of what they have, and it's all like more. This is just what I've heard. State of the art. Canada has got to have a lot of water, cold climate. They require a certain amount of dormancy. So
How do you balance doing the cranberry stuff and skateboarding? Like, is there like a certain routine that you have?
a lot of the cranberry stuff's like my farm's like not that big, so I kind of like, and I've gotten to the point where like I got a tractor, and like, I used to weed whack all the way around it for like 3 years, and then like I got the tractor and I got a mower for that. So I'm like kind of like getting to the point where it's like, all right, like less time being put into it. But a lot of it too is like you just wake up early. You're like out there early, and then like no one skates early.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people like skating like noon or some shit,
Yeah.
So it's like whatever, just handle some shit in the morning and then drive into the city and do whatever.
So you do all that like literally in the same day? There's not like seasons where
Sometimes
you're,
I do.
They're like, all right, I can't skate this month. I gotta like do the cranberry stuff.
Picking time's like the only time that I really have to like. I'm like, all right, I have to be home to like get this in, because I like haul it all, pick it all, and keep track of like everything. And
Yeah.
you have to do with the dry harvest like the good agricultural practices. So you have to fill out forms and make sure you have like a porta potty, hand wash, and like there's all that. And driving the truck, I can't just like send a homie in this truck with like all of my berries down there. It's like, it's a good sized truck. Can't like, I'm not gonna have someone like drive my tractor and like load it up and everything. It's like,
definitely.
and then my dad's gone, so it's kind of like this is the only time that I really like kind of be like, hey, I gotta go. So and everyone's really.
You wouldn't let Raj drive cranberries down to the.
I think Raj would be a good.
He'd be a good
Yeah.
deckhand.
Yeah, for
I don't know
sure.
what they're called.
You can call that, yeah.
Cranberry Apprentice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go back to skateboarding.
Yeah.
Talked about cranberries for a long time. You could ollie pretty high, man. Pretty damn high.
You skate pretty fast too.
Pretty fast.
Yes.
How'd you get so much pop? You're just always jumping
lifting
over
cranberries.
You always, I know. Lifting with the legs.
Yeah, that does help. After
Does, I
like
bet.
picking time, you're tired, but you definitely like feel your upper half feels like lighter. Like I don't know, your legs feel stronger for
Sure.
sure. But yeah, I always just like to like try to like ollie garbage cans and stuff like that.
Okay,
And then, yeah, like back to like Steve Rodriguez like bringing me around the city, like ollie this bar, and like
Right.
it just kind of like developed, and then it was always like a lot of like minor, like I always like kind of had someone like kind of like, oh, you could do this, and it was like, yeah, back to like the SF stuff, like that was all like minors, like we got to get these lines, and think you can ollie this. And
Did you ever look at him like you're nuts? Like
Just like I.
or did you like, oh, I could do that?
I'll just be like, I'll try, and then
Yeah.
see what happens, and then
Yeah.
just get into it. And he's like, always been like real supportive, and he's just right there next to you. And
It's always nice to have a dude like Miner also, who's like actually working on a video and giving you suggestions on how
Yeah.
he wants a video to look, and he thinks that this would go good. It kind of
he's-
helps you
Definitely,
in a way.
yeah.
you know?
He's been doing it forever, and I kind of like I've always trusted him, and we've been working together forever. And I kind of just I let him like he always gets like a timeline together, so we'll start out like filming, and then it's like we need a line, we need you got like a lot of 180s or
Yeah.
ollies, and
Yeah.
because I end up doing a lot of I like to ollie and
Sure.
that same old shit, so I end up like
You get stuck with the same footage almost.
yeah, and then I kind of just like, well, if we end up at a spot to ollie, like I'm just gonna ollie
You're
it,
gonna ollie
and then
it,
it's
yeah.
up to like the filmer to kind of like if he wants to use it or not.
Sure.
I kind of just stay out of that.
But it's nice though, because sometimes the skater doesn't listen to the filmer, Raj. Like the filmer's like, "Hey, you do this," and the skater's like, no, I think I can."
Yeah, I mean, definitely have had
it's good
like
to listen to
times to like argue, but
yeah,
I
for sure.
I just know like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And I like to like work on projects like that, so it's like I think it's good to work together and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
listen.
I mean, look at the final product. It's incredible.
Did you ever say in your songs?
I've never picked any of my songs.
Really?
I stay
No?
out of that too. I always feel like it's like the guy filming's like he's got like the vision, he's
Yeah.
like knows how to edit it, and yeah, I just let him. I just like to skate.
Did you know those two songs were used before?
Yeah, Minor gave me the history on all that.
Alright.
Yeah.
What would they use? What was it, Raj?
It was in the live video and then like some H3 video.
Oh, the live video?
Yeah, but they're both like Operation Happy songs.
Oh.
Yeah, the
It worked fucking great.
I kickflipped that fence where it was like Donger.
Donger,
He
yep.
was like, Minor was like really stoked on that, and he's like, dude, you kind of skate like him, and like,
Okay.
So that was like a whole like mission to go skate that fence and
Yeah.
like kind of like tribute
Oh,
type
a little
thing.
pay homage
Yeah.
to the.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, when that song came on, I was psyched.
Thank you.
But I was just imagining skateboarding, just people in skateboarding just be like, how can you use that song? Blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
I was wondering if you might have had a problem with that or.
No, and I think Minor said he actually had talked to the guy who like made that video and brought it up to him,
Yeah.
Oh.
and he's they like worked it out, and
It's
he said it was
amazing.
all it
That's
was
cool.
good, and
That's rad that he went and talked to the guy.
yeah,
Like that's
he wasn't gonna just like
that's
was like-
incredible though.
Yeah.
he more or less like asked for permission,
I love
told him
it.
what he was doing, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
I couldn't.
sorry.
After he saw the foot, or did he didn't show him the video yet? Did he?
no, I think he just kind of explained the vision, and then like we went to that school,
Yeah.
and Minor was like, dude, I've always wanted to go here, he was like going through some like
Nostalgia.
Some childhood shit.
little kid,
Probably watched the live video a million times back in the
Yeah.
day.
That's amazing. That's cool.
Man, did you say you got on Element right before the Peace video started to film?
well,
For?
for now, I've been on for like 3.5 years. So originally they were like, yeah, we're working on a video, and it was
Okay,
like,
so they were already into it a couple years.
Yeah, they were-
filming for it.
yep. And then the guy filming, Mark Stewart, he actually quit,
Yeah.
and moved back home.
Did you kind of bring over Minor? Was that like since you were there already? We was kind of like, I know this guy to work. That I
yeah,
would
and,
break with.
like Cole, I think had the like master plan. Like
Plus,
we need,
Gabriel's there too, right?
Gaberman, yeah. So there was like,
and Minor are like
yeah,
yeah.
two pieces in a pod.
yeah. And when I had gotten on Element, I had like a little welcome clip, maybe like a minute, and they were like, yeah, we want you to feel comfortable. Like, we like hired Minor to kind of like, go skating with you for whatever, like 10 days or something, or 2 weeks or something. And we made a little welcome video. So he was kind of like, always down to like be in the van or.
And then so you filmed the video part in what 3.5 years? Element video piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one like took a while, and it was kind of like, yeah, like I said, like he had quit. So there was like some like, not really downtime, but like a little bit of confusion.
Sure, I can imagine. Yeah.
So I think it like dragged out a little bit longer than they anticipated. And
Great part, by the way.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Minor killed the whole video for coming into like a project that was like left pretty up in the air, and so he was pretty stressed out for the whole thing. I know that for sure. And there was like a lot of dudes, so it was like, you know, trips were like a lot. I mean, all those dudes kill it.
Yeah.
So it was like, he's like struggling to try to like sort out the footage and keep it like watchable. You know, it's like
Totally. It's like a 60-minute video.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
pretty long nowadays.
Raj compared it to the modern day Plan B video.
He did, yeah.
Still stand behind that, Raj?
Stand behind that, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's crazy. You had that part, and then you dropped the New Balance part.
That's right.
That's like a lot of work right there. Were you kind of juggling back and forth in that and cranberries?
No, I like finished. So Minor got in there, and then was working with him for a little bit, and then between like December to June, I like just kept coming out here and staying at his house, and we kind of like dialed in like a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then he just had like one last trick that he wanted me to get. Heath throwing me into that bump, and I don't even know where it is. That I back three'd like the street gap. Yeah, that was like the last thing.
How big is that thing, bro?
It's pretty big. Yeah, actually,
you couldn't push into it.
Maybe
you?
maybe you could. I don't know about like trying to like actual trick
You'll
over
be
it.
winded.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just we're
tries.
giving it Brandon Westgate.
If you're olling it, I'm sure you
Yeah.
can push into it. But like
Okay.
trying to trick, you're gonna be
gonna
done.
be towed,
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about? How many tries did that take you?
So I went there, tried it for like a couple hours, and
Okay.
I just couldn't get it. And then went home, and then mine was like, "Dude, we got to get this. You got to fly back out. You got to get this." I'm like, "All right, yeah, whatever." He lined up Heath again.
Okay.
We had went there, and before we started skating, this lady comes out like, "I'm the superintendent." There was all these people. Like the first time that I skated, it was just like empty hours, like bailing.
And
And
that's San
then
Dimas High, right?
what's that?
I think it's San Dimas.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
so there was like a lady that kind of kicked us out, and she walked off. She's like, "All right, yeah, fuck it, we got to start skating." And she's just like kind of, yelling at Minor, and he's getting a little stressed out. And I'm like, "Fuck, I think I got this time." I'm coming close.
Right.
And she's like yelling at Minor, and Minor's just like, "Fuck, dude, like we gotta go," trying to tell her to like stand back and let the cops do their job. But he was like really stressing. It was weird because he's never like, I've never been in a situation where he was like kind of like panicking, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So I didn't really know at the time. I was like, yeah, whatever, like I got this,
The cops weren't there though.
Not there yet.
They were called.
But she was like on the
she's
phone with him and
Oh,
like
okay.
standing off to the side.
Okay.
And landed on one. It was sketchy, and I was like, I got one more. Bailed it, and then the next one, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep going. Like,
Yeah.
I went again, and then made it, and Minor he was up on a trash can, and he bolted. Like, luckily he
ran off.
Yeah, dude, I never seen him run so fast in my life. Yeah, and he's got like hip problems and shit at the time.
Oh God.
And dude just bolted. But before that, we were parked in the front, and he just randomly was like, I think I'm gonna park in the back. And this was before the lady was even talking or anything. And so yeah, I made it, and he bolted off, and then there was another dude, Ryan, up on the basketball hoop, and he was all like celebrating. I'm like, come on, like I seen Minor like taking off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like let's go, And Mason Silva was there, and Minor had him take his bag beforehand, so he just like bolted with his camera, got him Ryan down from the basketball hoop, and he's like all celebrating shit, and I'm like, come on, like running back, and then Minor was like, dude, I was gonna leave you guys. Like we luckily met up at the van, and he, once I landed, like took his bike and just drove off and parked it and like started walking around or something. And then Mason was in the front parking lot, and he was just like, yeah, dude, the cops, like we could hear the sirens and stuff. There was like,
oh Jesus,
yeah, they were like
what was
making
code 3.
I don't know. Yeah. Like I could hear the cops and stuff. And then like, yeah, we just were luckily in the back, and we got out of there. And
So did
it was
Mason
like,
did the cops come?
no, he was just sitting in his car, so they didn't know. He had already like, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not skating it,
right.
So Minor was like, here, take my bag, and he was like, yeah, like he like parked his bike and then like walked into the front, and he said like as soon as he like walked in there was like cops like flying in, and we just got out the back and. But I was like, Minor, what the fuck, dude? Like,
I know you did.
Like, what were you doing?
Probably got a warrant for his arrest.
I know, seriously.
Yeah,
Wanted.
He was like, dude, I'm like, like talking to this lady, and I'm like, she's like
Stressing
talking
out.
directly to me, and I'm in a school, and like
Yeah.
end of the video, I don't need to deal with this shit, and I'm just
Sure.
like, what the fuck, dude? You like talked me into flying all the way back here, and you're like bailing, you know?
Yeah.
What the hell? And he's always been the guy to like, you know, sometimes like a lot of those SF spots, it's
Yeah.
like the houses they're kicking you out, and dude, he would like we'd be staked out and like waiting for people to like leave their house, and he was like always like that, so it was really weird to like
See him in a
just like
different-
panicking.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe you just got frazzled maybe and just,
Yeah, little frazzled.
wow. Cops code 3.
Yeah, no, it was
For a back 3.
yeah, it
Yeah.
seemed a little
Like-
extreme, but I don't know. She was like on the phone screaming, "I'm the superintendent," and like
Oh my
these people are like,
God. And but plus you got the motorcycle in there.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
whole
lot.
thing,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, I guess so.
The gates are open though. You don't have to throw the motorcycle over the fence.
No, I think the gates were closed, but I think he just like drove up the stairs or like up he drove up like a dirt hill and then up and like down. I don't know, he got in there somehow. And then
They've had cars in there before too,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he like
You
he
can't
got
have the whole
out
thing there.
the there's like baseball fields in the back, and I think he just like bolted across that and like snaked it out. I don't know.
That's pretty
Doing
sick.
donuts.
Incredible, dude. How is it Heath Kirchart?
Legend.
How is it having him pull you into this spot?
Yeah.
I mean, are you tripping? Like holding like
No, I've known Heath for a
I
while.
was team manager for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
team
but
manager.
still, it's Heath Kirchart, bro.
Yeah. I like went through this whole thing with him like a long time ago. We like were on this wall ride trip, and we like it was like everyone kind of destroying this hotel, but you know, Heath was like kind of encouraging it, and then like you know, like and I was like fucking some shit up, and then like we like
Barbarians at the gate.
kind of like got kicked out the hotel. Like cops came and like we had to park our bikes, and like it was this weird like everyone else was like kind of bummed, and then like I was on the side with Heath, and it was like a good like bonding experience.
Okay.
I think so. I like after that like it was like I don't know. I felt like I had good connection with Heath. so-
Sure.
and he's you know skated with him a bunch and
Yeah.
team manager. So
It's amazing.
I always felt comfortable with Heath, and
Okay.
definitely like you know it gives you a lot of motivation. You know, you
Sure.
got Heath fucking towing you in.
know.
He just looks cool on his bike, and
Man, I
You
need
gotta
Heath.
do it when he's telling you.
I know. I need
A lot of
Heath.
pressure there.
I need Heath
Yeah.
to tow me into a manual pad.
That would be a sight.
The scene opens up. It's just me being towed in.
A little
by
bit
Heath
of gas.
Kirchart. And then I let go and I kickflip manual.
You're going like half a mile an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Did
And
you grow up watching any skate videos that you like fully got you into skating or anything, or any pros that you were psyched on?
it was like more later. I think video I had was like the Maple video. That was like
Black hat.
Black
yeah,
Hat?
Black Hat.
Oh wow.
So that was like the VHS that we had and kind of just watched, and then 4-on-1s a little bit,
Yeah.
and then yeah, but
You
I don't
were-
know. It was not really like nowadays. You know, you can't just like go on your phone and like
Sure.
watch a bunch of shit. So
Sure.
and I lived in a small town. It was pretty like more like if you had money or like trying to buy a board versus like a video. And,
Oh, I bet.
yeah, and then like as I like started like riding for Fibro and like skating with Susky and like you know Emmett and
Emmett
like
Bennett, yeah.
all those guys, like it was like I just always looked up to them. I think.
Yeah. Size board do you ride?
8. I stepped it up like 2 years. 2 years ago, I rode 775 for.
You were as a. Why'd you switch to an 8? 775. It's a great.
That's still
great-
small these days. 8's like a pretty small
More to land
board.
on.
Yeah,
I know. but
Yeah,
wow.
I think I don't know. I was like feeling older, and I was like, oh, everyone's like stepping up their board. Like I'm gonna try it out, and then
You liked it.
yeah, for some things, I think I'm just like now I like got past the trial period and
Okay.
like just used to it now. So,
Right.
but,
Did you have to step up your trucks too? Like, did you make the wider
yeah,
ones?
so that was a little weird. And then, but I kept the wheelbase the same as my 775.
Oh, you
So
did?
that's
Okay.
where like when I went to the 8, it was like a longer wheelbase, and it like fucked with me a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had element. Like I just asked them, and they just made the wheelbase smaller.
They made
so
the
now I have like
Sick.
a shape that
Oh,
I just ride.
interesting.
Yeah.
Is it in production too, or is it just your own shape?
I maybe in production. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were selling it for a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I always hear people like having their own shape, but it never makes production. It's just
Yeah.
for them.
I didn't really change anything else, so it was. And to me, like it that wheelbase makes sense for me. So and
Yeah.
you know, usually probably smaller kids are skating an 8. So
Oh yeah.
What is it? A 14-inch wheelbase?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8.25s. You gonna step it up even more?
nah,
No.
nah.
It's
If
high-
anything,
it's just-
I'd probably go backwards.
Go back.
775 was like it just flips different. and-
Yeah, it's good
but,
shape.
Yeah, I think just the comfort of like having that little extra helps. Like
778 next.
7.
7.875. That's my shape, and it's good.
I used to ride 775.
It's
Love it.
It's a good size.
I
yeah.
love it, bro. Come on, man.
I think everybody used to skate smaller boards.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then everybody's going 825, 8.5,
It's like, oh, what's going on here, dude?
9, 10, 11. Where does it stop? You know?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like a piece of plywood.
When you rode for Zoo York, were you riding the Zoo York or what is it? The Zoo or
Chapman wood?
Chapman wood.
Chapman, yeah.
Was it weird switching the Chapman wood to what is Element?
PS
Their-
sticks.
PS sticks.
PS6 and bareback maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
have
have like
two.
two. Yeah.
Was that a difficult thing to do or?
Nah, I never really like thought too much about it. I don't really like to like get too involved with that because it's
drives
making
you
you
nuts.
crazy.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like the more you think, it's just like worse off.
Exactly.
So it's just like fuck it. Just gonna try to skate this.
There you go.
Yeah.
That
so you're
helps.
not too picky, but switching the trucks up is a big deal.
That was an
Switching to
adjustment.
8 is a big deal.
Yeah, that was like the
But-
biggest adjustment. And I was like, originally it was like, someone had like a wheelbase of like 14 and a half, and I think I got the 8 with 14 and a half, and I was just like, this is crazy, you know?
Yeah.
So they gave me like, I think the another 8 that was like 14 and a quarter, and then I just measured what I was riding on the 775, and
Okay.
it was 14, and I just asked for that, and that was like, it felt the same, just a little
Little wider. Yeah. It's
so-
crazy how like a little quarter of an inch.
Oh, mess with
Oh,
you.
You know what I
totally,
mean?
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mess with you.
Wheels, like a 1 millimeter is a huge difference. you
yeah.
know? Speaking of wheels, you skate Ricta?
Yep.
Okay. How long
Yeah.
you been on Ricta?
I don't know, like 5 years, maybe 6 years.
50.
51s.
51. Really?
Yeah.
51,
I imagine you a
52.
53 guy.
No, because I ride
East
I ride
Coast,
low
huh?
trucks, so it's kind of like once you start getting bigger wheels, you get wheeled by a
Wait,
lot.
you ride
Yeah,
low
yeah.
trucks?
Yeah,
Would
because
you ride
I like
Ventures?
Venture
You
lows.
ride Venture lows?
I like to have like the
I know
quick.
it's just like weird. I don't
Yeah,
have a heart
I like the quick snap. You know, like when you get higher
yeah.
off, it's like you have to put more effort into like popping down. So it's like
Sure.
I like the quickness of and skating different bumps. I've noticed like really tight small bumps. It's easier to have like be lower and
To be
Yeah.
right.
get a more consistent pop.
But that's crazy. You pop so high, and usually
was gonna
the,
say,
the
like-
higher trucks you get more of a leverage.
That's what everybody says, but like whenever I do it, when I switched it to highs, I tried it out, and
It's
I was,
also the angle of your tail and some, there's a million little things.
Well, Venture highs are actually really, really high. Mm-hmm. Like there's like Thunders, and they're like the highs are like medium trucks.
yeah,
But damn, Venture lows.
yeah. I've been skating those forever, as long
You're
as
just used to it. That's like your thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Venture
cool.
low.
What 5 or the 5.25s? Is that what it is? There's like the 5.0s and the 5.25s.
Let me ask you
Yeah,
a question.
yeah,
Why-
I believe
it's
how
that.
come the truck companies have different?
They all measure them differently.
Why?
They measure the housing of the truck or they measure the
I hate
axle of the
that.
truck.
I hate it. I hate it. Not that I'm switching up trucks all the time, Brandon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like if I need trucks and I go into the skate shop, if I don't have any at home, and then now I don't know what size I am.
yeah. I always just
Ever-
tell them like I have a size 8. I need trucks for a size 8 lows, hollow, light.
They
I like the
always
light.
send you the right ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay. I just don't like. I hate the different measurements.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they're measuring boards differently. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I didn't even know they measured the trucks differently. I've always just like rode Ventures, and
Oh yeah.
this is what
It's
I
like,
need.
oh, this guy's got the 149s, the 130.
Yeah, I mean,
this
yeah.
company has the 120.
Everyone has their
You're just
system.
like, dude,
the 5.25s. Yeah.
let's fix this. You know what I'm saying?
Worldwide,
Let's get
yeah.
a worldwide measurement.
I agree. It is
Can we,
confusing.
Raj, do you? I mean, I don't know. It's too
Roger
much.
Skate. Roger
It's too
Skate's
much.
tensors. Do they have a certain size for tensors that you like?
525s.
Oh, see.
See?
Okay. They're on the same as Venture.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine getting a board and what's a width? Oh, it's 268 centimeters. You know what I mean? Like I don't know the thing.
In Europe, they measure.
Yeah, but you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
I want
no,
an
exactly.
825. I want a 775. I don't know.
Good topic.
Goddamn metric system.
What kind of grip tape you ride?
Bro style.
Bro style.
Yeah, Leo.
Yeah. See,
Leo's
what do you like about that, Raj?
It's just a funny question. Like, what kind of grip did you ride?
Hey, I'm not trying to sell anything, but I was just curious. I don't know. Bro style. That's right.
Yeah.
What do you?
Good,
What would you compare it to? A Jessup or a Black Magic or a Shake John, a Grizzly?
Really only ever rode like Jessup, Bob.
Okay. Oh yeah, Mob. How can I
Yeah,
forget?
so maybe like Mob, because
Okay.
Jessup was like always really thin.
Little thin. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say Mob. I never rode Grizzly or anything like
Okay.
that.
I know it's a weird question, but I was just curious. Everyone has their own little things.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's,
You know-
it's so funny how picky people are about grip tape.
Oh yeah.
Do you ride?
I feel like a lot of people used to like Jessup, and then they like went to Mob.
They went to Mob.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But what happened with Jessup though? Is that
It's still around.
Phillips Head or
I go Phillips just because at
you
home
did-
it's
you're-
like I have like the impact driver, so it's like.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, everyone's got their
Allen key.
thing. Yeah.
Allen key, man.
Yeah.
What if you're at a spot and you need to switch your board up?
I always have a screwdriver in my truck.
Oh, yeah?
Allen key is like, you know.
Hard to find.
Yeah.
Dude, he has like a toolbox probably in your truck.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pro.
So, piece video's done.
New Balance part is done.
New Balance parts done.
Bogtown.
Great video. Both. I mean, bro, you're an amazing skateboarder. I don't have to tell you that. You know.
Thanks.
Anything you're working on now? What are you doing now? Are we working on something else,
Just trying to
or
get this baby out and survive. You know?
we're 11
Number
weeks
two,
away?
everyone keeps telling me it's like way harder. We'll
No, I
see.
think it's easier. I'm not a father. I have a cat, but I always hear
You're a
that.
father.
I know I am a father, but I always hear that the second one is first one. You're always like, oh my gosh,
Coddling
oh my
it.
god, you're coddling it. You don't want it to, do.
Yeah.
And then the second one, you're just like, oh yeah, whatever,
fine.
go do your thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Been through it. Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking, but everyone seems to say like the opposite. So
Really?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of that. So
It's like you've already been through it once.
Yeah.
What's the big deal the second time?
I think like you get to a point like she's like gonna be like almost 3, so you kind of get
know.
to like she's like more self-sufficient, and then you're going back, and then
Yeah.
they have their needs because she's only like she's still young and small. And
Sure.
doesn't
Young kid might
understand.
get jealous.
Yeah, like
oh
you
yeah,
know,
that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Huh.
yeah, and then just I don't know, skate in Boston. Try
Yeah.
to film some more there. I like
What-
it. There's tons of spots, and
Yeah,
and
man.
no one's like out there really skating.
I like that
You
you're
know?
not at eggs every day.
Yeah, that's why everyone in Boston like ledge skaters.
Yep.
I
That's
don't
tight
know.
though.
That is sick.
That
They
is
kill
super
it.
sick.
They kill it. I just
Yeah.
can never like. I can't just sit there and skate a ledge.
Yeah, but you skate different type of terrain though.
Yeah.
You skate shit no one else skates, to be honest. So
Thanks.
I don't really know how.
Dude, the street gap you backside big spin flipped.
Oh yeah, in Boston.
Dude, this whole sidewalk is disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
is
that, a
it?
lot of this the East Coast. That's
Yeah.
you cannot like fully tell all the time, like in the footage, but it's always like it'd be the perfect spot, but there's like something always wrong.
Sure.
It's just skating everywhere,
And it's
you know?
weathered
But,
streets. And
yeah, we
stuff.
fix shit up.
Yeah,
Bondo,
okay,
some
right.
concrete, whatever you need.
Sure. Did you ever ollie at Raj?
No.
No. Okay.
Is that like, what's your favorite city to skate?
Right now, Boston, because I live there. It was
Yeah.
like that was working on this last like New Balance part. I was like the longest that I had been home. I think in like years, like
Yeah.
12, 13 years or something.
I liked that
And
the
it-
part was all Boston.
Yeah, I liked it too, like the
yeah,
East
like the
Coast vibe
aesthetic
and-
of it. It didn't go from this thing to then skating a table in LA.
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was nice. And then I could go in, like, kill myself, go home, sleep at home, and then like a couple days later. Versus like, I've always just been on trips, so it's like you got 10 days, you got 2 weeks. You know, it's like
Yeah.
every day you're out there, and like you're just dead 5
Right.
days into it, and just like trying to like Advil it up and
know.
work through it.
Advil
You
it
know,
up.
Right.
How did you find that one spot, the last trick you kick flipped?
the homie Tim, yeah, he's got everything dialed in from like almost like New York to like Vermont. Like,
feel like you
just
bear-
he's got the like pins and all that shit.
I feel like you barely made that, bro.
I really
Like
did,
you were,
yeah.
You were an inch away from hanging up.
It was hard because like it didn't just like shoot up like a kicker; it like turned.
Turns, yeah.
Yeah, so like it was really hard to get a consistent pop, and then
Gotcha.
one time I like grounded the edge and like suplexed the side of it.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah,
jeez,
just
dude.
took it to like.
But
the
when you
chest.
landed?
Yeah, like grounded the edge and then like
Oh my
stuck and just went
God.
flying on the like edge of the side of the.
How wide was that thing?
Like probably that wide.
You pushed that fast on that?
Yeah, it has like a long runway.
That's gnarly, dude.
How are you testing that out?
Do you ollie?
You just gonna
Yeah,
use
I'll eat it.
flinging first try?
No.
No.
Because again, it was just like the pop was the hardest part.
Yeah.
The gap was like actually a good sized gap, and then like
It's gonna
just-
feel like a hip almost.
yeah, yeah, and then
Yeah,
just
but it's cornered though.
yeah, and it's
like a,
you're just trying to. I tried to like kick, like almost kick back towards the dirt a lot,
oh,
so then
yeah.
like I could kind of like try to land.
yeah, right.
Yeah, and then actually someone pointed out, which I didn't really think of until after like the part came together, was like I was skating a lot of skinny things.
Oh, yeah?
So it just like grounded that bar off that skinny ledge, and then
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
like
true.
varial heel flip and then back tail off that ledge was like so skinny you couldn't push on it.
It was tall too. The one,
Yeah,
the tall.
and it was like really quick after the grate, so a lot of time I almost died on that as well, like where I like wasn't set up for the ollie but tried to get up on the ledge and clip the ledge. And,
jeez.
Yeah.
and it was it felt like you were grinding the ledge before you were like trying to hit the up ledge. So
Yeah.
How was it? Jake Darwin shot a good photo of that kickflip.
yeah, he came out like a few times. He's such a fun guy to
Yeah.
hang out with.
He's
He's a
a-
great photographer.
He's so good at skating too.
That as well.
That's
yeah.
insane, dude. I love watching his Instagram clips, man.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
fucking insane.
character.
Yeah. He works for New Balance?
Yep.
Sick. Photographer? Nice.
Yep.
Trying to think, if you were to do another video part, what would it be? Transworld, they're not doing those anymore. What would you film? They could. I'm not in the
9 Club part,
say that.
dude.
Oh, you want to do a 9 Club video? Just Brandon Westgate 9 Club. Yeah.
Yep.
No, but I'm saying like
this last part just got me stoked on like skating Boston. Like the homie Tim, like I said, he's like always down spots. It's close to home, and I like being out there. There's no one like.
It's right because you basically showed those dudes in that area that you can go out and film a part there. Because I feel like most people never put any parts.
It's
out.
crazy too because like all of them like sit at eggs, but like Boston has so many granite ledges everywhere. It's
Well, it's cool to have.
ledges. Don't get kicked out.
It's cool that you got a safe spot at eggs. You know what I mean?
I think they do kick you out sometimes.
Oh,
though.
do they?
It's right across the street. There's like a jail.
That's right.
And then there's like running trails. People get like, oh, we're running here. And then they built the skate park right across from the water. It's like literally you can see the skate park from eggs. So they're like, we built you this fucking skate park. What are you doing here?
Right.
You know.
It's hard to explain to someone like, dude, we just want to skate there though.
I know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. None of those guys go to the skate park.
It's like it doesn't take much to make a skater happy.
Yeah.
Just like a ledge and
The place to chill.
place to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'd rather chill at the street spot than a skate park. You know, it's a different vibe.
Eggs is like really nice too. It's like on the water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's a
Bunch
great
of duck boats
location
to go by.
Yeah.
When you're at home now, right? You're not filming for anything. Are you going out skating and just filming just for the hell of it, or are you just kind of taking
Yeah, I'm
it
gonna
easy
do that
and
for
just
sure.
skating? You're always going to be out filming.
I just like to be out there.
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And who are you filming with, like out there on a daily basis?
Savage, and
Savage.
then he lives in like a skate house, so there's always just
there's
like
all right.
the homies.
Okay.
Any new up and comers you're psyched on?
Brian Reed,
He's out of where?
he's actually from like the Cape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's always in Boston.
What else, bro? Give us something exclusive. Is there anything you've never told anybody before? What's going on, bro?
Tell us your secrets.
I'm not really someone that like does really anything else. I just stick to what I like.
Yeah.
It's like fucking at the farm,
Well,
the family, and
love
skating.
it.
It's
I
like
love it,
pretty
bro.
basic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been drinking for like I think 2 years. It's coming up.
That's
like,
great.
Oh,
yeah, I felt
nice.
like I don't know. I was like getting older and like more sore. And,
Yeah.
I was like,
were you
fuck, I'm
drinking a
sober.
lot, or were you like?
I don't really think
every
like
day.
a lot, but it was like
Every day, a couple beers, maybe.
yeah, probably. And then
Yeah.
you go on trips. It's
That's
just like
true.
becomes a thing.
That's
you know?
true.
It's like
right. Were you getting drunk every day? Like, were you getting drunk and
sometimes nothing like
harvesting the cranberries? while you're,
when I first moved in there, it was like fucking all day. That was just like get you through the season.
Sure,
and
sure.
keep everybody motivated. I wasn't paying anybody at that time.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
go
like,
buy
oh,
beers
fucking
for
free
everyone.
beer, you know,
Yeah.
like.
Well, when you're skating at a level that you are, you got to be on point. You know what I mean? It's not, you can't.
Yeah, I just felt, and then like with the kid, having
Yeah.
a kid, and like kind of like definitely shit changes there.
But it's good that you stopped drinking. How do you
Yeah.
feel now? You feel
no,
good?
I feel great. Yeah, I actually once
2
I
years.
like got into it, and then I think my main problem was just being sore, and
Okay.
then with the kid, like I don't know, yeah, I just felt. My dad drank a lot when I was a
Oh,
kid.
did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was definitely alcoholic, and then my brother, he got into heroin and was
Oh,
like,
wow.
had those
Jeez.
problems. A lot of the people on where I come from, that's like ends up like a lot of kids I went to school with just dead.
Just wow.
Overdose because they I don't know whatever they
Small town, nothing to do.
yeah
getting
once
into
once you get
drugs,
into it it's like
yeah.
hard to get out you know?
Ketamine.
Sure.
Yeah, fentanyl or something. I think that
Oh,
they were
wow,
like
that's
putting that shit
like,
in there.
Don't people die on that
Yeah?
shit?
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
a problem. Like they
Oh.
would do their dose and then they didn't know that was in there. And,
Right. God
Yeah.
damn.
They
And
use
then-
that to kill people in jail.
Yeah.
Like, that's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, and then actually my brother he like did the whole jail thing and
Oh,
then
wow.
like figured out a rehab and like he's been sober for 4 years maybe.
Oh, that's great.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
And then my dad too, he stopped drinking. I think he's on 3 years, and then I just like I felt like the fuck
Followed
up.
suit.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
I got it. Like
Sure.
I don't know, just like I'm like, damn, these guys are killing it, and
Right.
like I don't know.
And plus, too,
Try
man.
to break the cycle as
Exactly,
well.
Yeah.
dude. And skating, it won't last forever. You know,
Yeah.
you might as well keep your body in top shape and, try to continue as long as possible.
Yeah.
You know, you're feeding your body all these, I don't know, whatever,
Yeah.
just
Cranberries?
bad shit.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'll be 30 in February.
30 years old, bro.
Yeah.
You look like really, really
I
young.
know.
Dude.
I know. I was about to ID you, make sure you were
Yeah.
legal
You're
to
like
drink.
25 or something like that. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, you still got you got 20 years, 30 years ahead of you, bro.
We'll see. I think
Hopefully
everyone's
longer.
extending it these years
Yeah.
or these days.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Man, I love it, bro. I love it, dude. Well, I can't wait to see what you do next. You know what I'm saying? Video parts, always enjoy them.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. I think
It's
is just
great,
like being
bro.
out there skating and I don't know, trying to film something.
Is there a certain video certain video part that you're like most proud of?
Definitely this New Balance part that I just did, just because it was like, like I said, I was like at home a lot.
Yeah, Boston area.
And working with Tim, it was like I'd always filmed with him, but it's like as you start getting in a project with like one filmer, you kind of like, start to like build a bond and kind of work together
start
and
meshing. Yeah.
like it just is like we were both on the same page, and he was like super motivated. So it was like, all right, yeah, let's like fucking get in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say my other one would be I had a shoe video part for Emerica that I did with Minor, and that started with just kind of like, hey, like you got a shoe, like let's try to film some stuff, and then it turned into like a little part, and it was fun because it was like no real expectations.
There you go.
Yeah, so
nice.
that was like just pretty. We were just out
Sell
there
the
like
shoe.
skating around. And,
Yeah. Sick.
yeah, and they didn't really. I don't know. It wasn't really like I had any expectation to like film a part, and then I had actually gotten more than I thought.
There you
So
go.
I like working like that. I don't like the pressure of like, this is what you got to do. I kind of like always end up just like fuck, this sucks.
I mean, the big videos are always pressure.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
always pressure. So it's nice to be able to go out and film some cool shit and then have it turn into something else that you didn't expect.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Did you grow up skating with Nora?
No, I didn't actually. Yeah.
Because she said she'd always go to the park, whatever. You guys would be just killing the street
Yeah, I
corners.
listened to her. I listened to her
yeah.
Nine Club actually,
yeah?
and I was
Yeah.
like, damn, I never like.
Never
She
realized
never
that?
said anything. She's always like really quiet, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know. Yeah, and then I listened to it, and I was like, oh shit, like. She was just
You made
there.
her a
She
better bowl
fucking
skater.
rips.
She
does.
Sick, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it's always good when someone comes from that area that like
Yeah.
kills it.
Yeah.
It's inspiring, and I don't know, I like it.
Who's your favorite skater right now?
The correct answer is Chris Roberts, by the way.
No, I'm not looking for that. Come on, bro.
I would say like probably like Evan Smith. Just
Evan Smith?
going on a lot of trips
That's
with him.
amazing.
He's fucking
Great dude.
like 10 times more impressive in real life. Seeing the way he like, there's no way to translate like how he is. I feel like in a video part versus like seeing him in real life.
Right.
It's pretty sick.
That's
He's
awesome.
great.
He could skate anything. He could skate anybody's board.
He's just that dude.
He's that dude.
He's that dude.
And he's just like always happy. He's like in a good mood. He can like party all night long and then just kill it.
kill
It's
it.
fucking
Yeah.
impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, he's great, man.
And skating for Element, we've
There
been
you
on
go.
a ton of trips.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I always like end up, like whenever someone asks me something like that, like Susky, I always grew up like Susky's
yeah.
the man. Like I was always like Zared.
Oh, Zara too.
Yeah. And then Nick, we were talking about Don Pierre.
Don
He's
P,
from my
yeah.
area, and when he was, like killing it, he was like the best.
He was the best.
Yeah.
Hometown hero.
Were you on
Yeah.
Fireball when he was Flow Trash?
Nah, I got on like shortly after him.
All right.
Yeah.
When he was what?
They used to call Nick Flow Trash.
Flow Trash.
Yeah, that became a thing too, where it was like anybody on Flow
Flow.
was just Flow Trash.
Yeah.
Flow Trash.
Clean out the van.
Man, Don Pierre, that's another guy who could ollie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Still can.
Yeah.
Wow. Going audio tours with that dude. I'm shocked at some of the shit he was doing.
Definitely, yeah. He was an animal.
Animal.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, this has been amazing.
You don't want to end it.
So I don't. I love talking.
I know, I wish I had
love
more to
sitting here
say.
sitting-
I'm not
No.
very like,
Do you do a lot of interviews and stuff, or do you?
Not really.
Low key.
yeah, pretty low key.
Oh yeah. What about like interviews in magazines and stuff? Do you?
Yeah, I always try. I wish though there was a way of like just I've always just been like, oh man, like, because I kind of like do the same shit over and over, so I feel like
Okay.
a lot of the same questions, and I'm just like, I wish it could just be photos. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
wouldn't,
that's it.
I wouldn't have to say shit,
Is there one question you're tired of answering?
Cranberries.
No, I love talking about that. It's just kind of. I feel like sometimes when I talk about that, it's like people asking questions, but they don't really give a shit. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of like I'm just like, oh, like,
I
am I just like wasting? The small
Yeah.
talk is just like useless for
Just
me.
let you know,
Yeah.
man. I'm genuinely interested
I know.
in cranberries. I would love to. I would love to see Raj on the farm. Helping out.
more than
That'd be
welcome.
awesome.
Definitely. Yeah.
Notice I didn't say me, but Raj. I'd love to see Raj.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid of hard work.
He'd be great, bro. Kelly, will you please grab Brand? Can we give you some 9 Club stuff, please?
Absolutely, yeah.
That'd be
I'll
amazing.
rock
What
that.
what size are you?
Medium, large. Does it like shrink up?
Not really.
I'll grab some stuff.
Do you wear like a large sweater and like a medium shirt? Is that like kind of how?
It kind of depends. I feel like sometimes like I'll wash stuff and then
Like what size is that sweater?
I don't know.
Large.
Maybe.
Our stuff doesn't really shrink that much.
Looks like a large.
Got the
Can you
tag
see?
in there. It's medium.
Oh, it's
It's
medium.
Yep.
All right, I'll grab some mediums.
I love this, bro. Can we talk more about cranberries?
If you want to.
I swear to God.
I mean, what do you want to know?
I don't know what I want to know, but I want to know more.
If you would have had Chris on your farm and you had put him to work, what would you have him do first?
Maybe like weed whacking. I'm sure you could do that.
Fucking weed whacking. I can do that in a heartbeat.
You think, and then it's the way that everything is like the cranberries are set below, so there's they call it
Don't wanna cut
a
the vine.
dike up above.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't cut the vine because there's like a little moat in between.
Gotcha.
But you're walking on the edge, and I put a strap around, and then it's like between your back and your ankles, like.
What do you mean between your back and your ankles?
Because you're like walking on the edge of it. You either like get some big boots and walk in the moat and kind of like use like
you're
go
trimming
up. It's just this.
It's like a little hill.
Yeah, the grass like goes down because the bogs are like sunk below, and the dirt road's up above. So it's like it allows the water to flood up in there, but the sides all grass, and then it grows. And if you don't cut it, it goes to seed, and then it blows a bunch of weeds out there. Maybe have you weed.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
I could weed.
Yeah, that too though is like. Once you're hunched over all day long, it's like it's a lot of you think like, oh yeah, pretty chill, and then you're out there for like an hour and you're like, this sucks, But
I think I would be good at supervising.
Yeah,
I think I'd be a good supervisor.
but you don't know what you're supervising.
I'll figure it out.
I,
Telling Brandon he's doing something wrong on the farm here. Let me tell you something, man. We got here's a Mark Appleyard. You fan of Mark Appleyard?
Absolutely.
It's a good dude.
Yeah.
This is a Mark Appleyard mug that he drew of me and Raj.
Nice. Yep.
Medium 9 Club sweater.
Oh, thank you.
Look at this, man. Beanie? You're a beanie guy.
It's cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
We should make
hair.
gloves. We should make 9 Club gloves for the East Coasters.
Let's not talk about it. Speak about it.
Okay. Medium. This feels like
This
a
is
long sleeve.
Long sleeve, yeah.
All right,
There you go.
perfect.
You look like you like wearing black, so I was like, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. Here's some 9 Club stickers for you. We just
Thank
got
you.
those in. Brand new
For the board.
for the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
You're
new-
the first
for the
one
new-
to ever have them too.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
for the new part.
New year.
The new 9 Club part. You
New
got to have the
part.
stickers on the board.
Yep.
You know? I just want to say, big fan.
Thank
always
you.
have been. Always will be. Great skateboarder.
Thank you.
Great shoe.
Thanks. Yeah.
Seriously.
Super hyped on
Congrats
that.
on that.
Seriously.
That's awesome.
That's amazing to have a shoe on New Balance.
Definitely like to thank New Balance for giving me that opportunity.
Yeah, man.
It's hard these days to get shoes.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Are those out right now?
Yeah.
Did they drop?
Yep. Stores.
Yeah.
NewBalance.com.
It looks like it lasts a while.
It does. It does last
Yeah.
a while, and there's like a good amount of technology and in higher quality materials. I really wanted to do something. It's like I don't want to buy a shoe for $65 and it blows out.
blows
So it's
out.
all sagged out.
Sure.
Everything.
Right.
So I was thinking, a little bit more money, higher material,
There you go.
better shoe.
Yeah.
How long
Last-
does that
last
last
long.
you? You put on a brand new.
It always depends what you're skating. I think.
Yeah, of course, of
But
course.
I don't know.
good month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depends.
Okay.
Do you usually wear your shoes for a while?
I try to break them in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I like to wear them. I think they get better as you break them in.
Nice.
New shoes, you got to set up a new board. I feel like.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
So I was going
New
to ask
shoes,
new
new
shoes,
board.
new board.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
New wheels.
Nah, I don't really mess with that
Yeah?
too much. Yeah, I ride those till. That's always a problem because then they wear down to whatever 50, whatever it goes to, and then you put on wheels and then you feel like you're
On a
have
monster
huge
truck.
wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not even that big, but
And sometimes you can't even get the bolt back on.
yeah, actually,
I'm always scared of that.
Luckily,
I
the
keep
truck
them.
sponsor.
I keep them I heard this thing from Reynolds.
Okay.
That he keeps his nuts pretty. He keeps his nuts,
On the edge.
yeah, right on the edge. So you can't
Just go put washers on.
No, he just keeps them like that because he was saying that. Well, for one, it doesn't ruin the threads.
Yeah.
But he was like, I've always thought if you land and you need that little extra to make it, that might help. And I thought of that. I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. And then I never the threads getting blown out.
I think the only
But you
problem with
just,
that though is that you break bearings.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, I do that a lot actually. And then, but if your threads get ruined, you just back it off, back it on, back it off, back it on.
And
then-
sometimes you got to flip the bolt over.
Yeah.
Put it on backwards.
You probably have a rethreader at home.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But it's the whole. I always freak out when I have to switch my wheels because I don't know if I can get the bolt back on.
Oh, that does
Let's
suck.
get you a rethreader,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I have one. But then you have to it's a whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a thing.
But I just don't understand leaving the bolt
He's afraid of hard work.
little off. That's why I'd be a good supervisor.
Yeah.
Then, the bolt, that's where the, what's the plastic stuff in the bolt that keep
The nylon
the
threading?
Loctite type shit.
It's like a nylon thread.
Yeah.
But you're not then,
That just helps it get over the stripped part, and then it like rethreads itself, I believe. Because it's a lot of the times when it's all peened over like that, it's hard to like catch the thread to like, and then you end up stripping the nut, So if like the nylon helps you like get it over that and then like work its way in it.
see, I thought the nylon kept the bolt on
Oh yeah, it does.
the truck.
It does.
Yeah, but I
Right,
thought you
so
were
if
talking
it-
about flipping it over and using
No, but
it
if
the other way.
the bolt, if you Frankenstein the bolts, you're not hitting that nylon, which the bolt will come loose.
I don't know what you mean. I
What are you saying? Put them on the edge? No.
Yeah, when you're putting them on the edge.
No, you go to the nylon.
Yeah,
go to the nylon.
It goes like flush.
Yeah.
So you have like play in your wheel, but it's like flush. So it catches the
You
nylon.
don't expose the thread to your axle.
Yeah, if you go like primo, it's just like hitting
It's hitting the nut.
and then it never had that problem. And you
try
get the little
that.
extra like.
Maybe you need to get you those Grind King hubcap things.
The hubcaps.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like everybody, they try to rectify the situation. It's a big, it's a thing that happens, but nobody ever does anything. Like it never sticks.
Yeah.
People like the original shit.
If it ain't break, don't fix it.
Anyway,
It does need to be improved, though.
it does need. It's I don't know. It happens.
Do you say wicked at all?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually like, kind of like, oh, what's up with your accent? But like, if I was to like talk to my dad or like go back home, it's like
It's
I was driving
amplified a
up to
little.
skate camp once, and I was with Mason. He was driving, and I just started talking to my dad. And he's like, "What the fuck, dude? I never heard you talk like that." And I was like, "What do
Your
you
voice
like? What do you
changed?
mean? Yeah, like it's just like it just comes on, and then like
What does it sound? What does it sound like?
I'm trying to think of
This
like
fucking
something
guy.
to even say.
Like something about cranberries. Cranberries are wicked.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
it's
You just want to say the word wicked?
Wicked isn't really the accent. It's like you don't pronounce the R's, so it's like park. Like
yeah.
park the car.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Yo, Brand, you want to go skate the park?
Yeah, we're gonna shred the park and
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got to get these cranberries out of here.
Let's go meet up with Don Pierre.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yo, Shetler was here.
yeah, he's definitely
Yep.
He's got the.
got
You
it.
got the
It
twang.
just happens. Like I feel like like if you were to be around it for certain, you just like
You pick it
picking
up.
it up.
Fall
Yeah.
into it.
I can imagine picking up the word wicked as well. If I say it out there
Or
for
Pissa.
is that another one?
Yeah.
Wicked
Wicked
Pissa.
Pissa.
Wicked pissa.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like wicked sick or
Wicked sick.
yeah. That's like a old like
Yeah, it's
some
super-
old guys be saying that like my dad and stuff like that. It's fucking wicked pissa.
Wicked pissa.
Yeah,
Hey, guy.
yeah, that for sure.
Hey, much success in the future,
Ah,
bro.
thanks. Yeah, I
Man,
appreciate it.
I'm telling you, bro. Next video part, 9 Club stickers. On the
Yeah,
wall.
definitely.
9 Club part, huh? Maybe you can come out here from the 9
We'll get
Club.
some-
video.
Raj can film him.
Oh,
Sure.
there you go.
I don't think we've ever filmed before.
No.
Together.
No?
No.
This is coming together perfectly. Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna bring you back to the East Coast.
Let's go. I'm down.
Yeah.
We need to do the 9 Club.
yeah.
Don't
I
take
got
him
you.
away from
Like
maybe for the week.
FaceTime and shit. There's like ways now to like
What, put an iPad here? Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You know?